Hello, I am Batu. Today we'll be going over Cuscen's manufacturer module. Let's start with the master data. First, we have the bill of materials, the BOMs. This is where all the components of our products are listed and managed, as you can see in the table. Each row here represents a unique BOM for a specific product or a part. Let's break down the columns to understand what each one signifies. First, you have the branch. Column identifies a specific branch or division within the company where the BOM is applicable. Next to branch, we have type. This typically represents the category of the BOM, distinguishing between different types such as manufacturing or engineering BOMs. Next, we have the BOM column has a unique identifier for each bill of materials, essential for tracking and reference. Next to BOM, we have description. As you can see, a lot of descriptions for each specific BOM. Next to that, we have the version. In version column, each BOM can have multiple versions. This ensures that any changes over time are documented and can be revisited if necessary. We also have base units. As you can see, all our units each one by one with their base quantity. You can see the date from valid from and created on. We also say who created the specific BOMs. And lastly, we have the check mark under active, lets us know if the BOM is currently in use or not. For example, let's go to this one. Let's double click on it, and that will take us to the detailed view. As you can see on the top, you can see our company with the BOM number. You can see the branch, the type, description. Below that, we can see the version number with the version description. We can see our base quantity and our unit of measure. Next to general information, we have the item. Under item, we can see all our items one by one. We can see their category, their material number with their description, as you can see. We can see our units with their component quantity and their warehouse locations. We also have the assembly column. This remains unchecked, implying these materials are not assembled at this stage, but later in the production line. The BOM does not feature co-products or the use phantom process, as indicated by the unchecked boxes in the corresponding columns. Now we'll be moving on to the demand management under production planning. From here, you can add, edit, view, and import data to manage your material requirements effectively. Creating a new demand is straightforward. Let's walk through an example. Let's click on add, and we'll begin by entering our details for the product. Let's go with this one example. Depending on your planning needs, you can set the period for which you are planning. This can range from monthly, as you can see here, or daily. Let's set ours to daily period to illustrate how the planning works for a shorter time frame. Specify the duration of your demand, plan by entering the date from and date to. Let's adjust those. Let's put the beginning of this year. As you can see, this will update it. Below, you have the list of all the items. Each line represents a specific day in our plan. The material code column remains constant, but the planning date up here changes daily, allowing us to track and plan the demand day by day. The quantity field on the far right is where you'll input the forecasted or required number of units for each day. Currently, they are all set to 0, indicating no demand has been forecasted or required yet. We also have the is active checkbox, is crucial as well. When checked, it means that the particular demand line is active and will be considered in the demand planning and execution. Make sure to activate it for all the times you want to include in your plan, basically. Next, let's move on to the material requirement planning. You'll be great with a clean interface ready to import data for your company's material planning needs. At the top, you'll find fields to input your company, branch, material code, MRP, control, and so on. Let's set up parameters. First, we need to enter the relevant details like the material code, right? To specify the item you're planning for. Then we'll be selecting the MRP control to categorize your plan. And lastly, we're going to choose a plan mode to determine the planning strategy. Now let's put those in. Here we go. Once your parameters are set, we can click on Run to process the MRP. This action will generate a list of requirements based on your inputs, as you can see on the below. Below the input fields, you see columns for rec date, like remark, MRP controller, MRP group, current stock, and pin order. These columns will populate with data once your MRP runs successfully. Next, we have the plan order, and that's the last step for under production planning. Again, this is where you can add, view, edit orders to manage your material requirements efficiently. Here, you see the list of plan orders. Each row represents an order with details such as branch, type, order number, material code, material description, and much more, as you can see on the far right. This overview is crucial for a clear snapshot of your production line. By selecting an order, we can view and edit its details. Let's dive into the first one on the list. And this is our details page. In the order details screen, you have all the necessary information, as you can see here. On the top, we have the material code, refers to the specific item. And we also have the order quantity, indicates the volume of production. Modifying order is straightforward. We can simply click on the order quantity field to adjust according to your needs. You can notice the start date and end date on the below as well, ensuring these are accurate guarantees that your production aligns with your distribution requirements. After making the necessary changes, always remember to save. This action updates the system and communicates the changes across your production network. Once we save, you can click on back, and this will update our main dashboard of plan order. Now, we'll be moving to the production execution. First on the list, we have production order. Each column here provides the critical information. Starting from left, we have the branch, which signifies the location or department the order is associated with. In this case, it's PP01, stands for manufacturing. Next is the order type, here labeled as PRD01. The order number is a unique identifier for each production order, while the material specifies the item code being produced or processed. The description gives us more details for that specific material. We also have the unit of measures, as you can see, each order's unit of measures, as well as the order quantity, receipt quantity, the order start and order end date. You can also see our release date. And on the far right, we have the status. As you can see, some of them are completed, some of them canceled, and some of them are released. Now let's look at an example. For example, let's click on this one. Once we double click on it, we'll go into the detail view. On the top, again, we can see our order number, material number with the description. We can see our order type, branch, and status. Below that, we have the general information. In here, we can review the order quantity, the unit of measure, and any scrap quantity. In the date time section, we see the scheduled start and end times for the production, with an option to confirm the start date. Below that, we also have quantity section. The plan order quantity and the quantity to be confirmed are visible, ensuring accuracy in reporting and inventory management. All right, let's go back. Now we'll be moving on to the material staging. The material staging area is an integral part of the production execution process. It allows you to organize and prepare the materials needed for the production orders. Here, you see a clear interface waiting for input. The company field at the top is where you select the relevant business entity, which is RMPD. No and order date fields helps you filter staging reports by specific production orders and their creation dates. We also have type and type list. Drop-downs allow further refinement. Whether you want a summary or a detailed report, these options, have you covered. Once your criteria are all set, clicking on generate will populate the table below with the relevant material staging data. Next, we have the confirmation by order section. This is where you'll see a list of production orders ready for confirmation. Here, you'll find all the necessary details such as the branch, type, order number, confirmation number, and the associated material details on the right. Each order here includes a material description, the unit of measure, order quantity, yield quantity, and scrap quantity, along with the start and end dates of the production process. You'll notice the status column indicates all release, signifying that these orders are finalized and awaiting confirmation. Let's select an order to confirm. For this example, we'll go with, let's go with this first one. Let's double click on it, and that will take us to the detail page. In here, you have a comprehensive view of the order. The general data tab reveals the type, yield quantity, and receipt quantity, ensuring that plan has been produced. Key information such as the posting date and actual start and end dates are recorded here as well. This order was completed on 30th January 2024, as indicated by the matching start and end dates. In the product order section, as you can see on here, you'll find a specific like the order quantity and any remarks on the batch if applicable. To confirm this order, or if you want to edit it, we can edit. We also have the action on the top. I can release this document or I cancel this document as well. Once confirmed, the order will update in the system, reflecting the completion of the production cycle and the readiness for the next stage, which is the quality check. All right. Now we'll be moving on to quality check. First, we have the QC order. As you can see, under QC order, we have two materials with their branch and their material code. You can see the material description, the unit, you can see the type of this specific material, you can also see the lot number, which warehouse this specific material is belong to, you can see the order quantity of the material, and it's not being scored yet because it's still under the order. If you double click on the specific material, as you can see on the top, you can see the information such as the material code, material description, and the warehouse location, their lot number, right? Below that, we have the general information such as you can see the total order quantity, start and end dates. You can see the units of measures and the reference number and the material document number as well. Next, we have the assignment. You can see material assignment, client group assignment, material assignment description, and QC type assignment as well, which is to understand what it could receive from production order. For the specific material, is not been any decision made, and there's no characteristic. If there was, it will show up in here. And administration is who created specific QC, which is admin under this account. And if there's any last change, it will be recorded in it as well. Let's go back. Now we'll be going to the QC decision. As you can see under QC decision, you can see the same materials, but this time we have the decision code and the decision description, and on the far right we have the score of that decision. As you can see, the decision description is QC accepted with a score of 100. And this goes the same thing with the second material, as you can see, QC accepted and score is 100 as well. So both of these materials are being accepted by the quality check. And you can see we also have the QC result. You can see the QC results on the QC result tab. Same materials with their lot number, warehouse location as well. We also have QC defect. QC defect helps you manage and track defect discovery during your quality control process, basically. If you want to add a QC defect, we can simply click on add. And we can, in order to add a defect, we can need to, choose a QC order, a title code. Then we're going to add the defect code, right? Under defect code, for example, like let's just say a raw material defect. And you're going to have to put the defect location. When you put the defect location, this is location group and so on. Once you all set, we can save it, and that will update our QC defect. Lastly, we have the QC complaints. Here, you'll basically we can put all the complaints by same way we did with the defect. We're gonna click on add, and we're gonna have to add a complaint number with the QC order number. We're gonna have to add a branch. Status is gonna be open. We have to add the lot number, and we also have the complaint type, right? Is it gonna be internal complaint or complaint against a supplier? Let's do it internal complaint, for example, and I'm gonna have to, description as test. Below that, we have the overview. We're gonna have to choose the material for the specific complaint, right? Below that, we're gonna have to choose the vendor as well. And if there is any notes that I have to make, I can do it through here. Next, we have the defect. So we're gonna have to add the defect one more time. Then we're gonna have to add the cause, right? You're gonna have to put the cause code. Is it gonna be a production issue or a raw material issue, right? So let's just go with the raw material issue. Then we're gonna have to add action. We have action testing, right? Responsible to internal, and I have to, add all the planned start dates. Some all done. Lastly, I can do a feedback. So in order to do the feedback, we have two feedback codes. And once it's all set, we can hit on save, and that will update our QC complaint into the system. Lastly, I want to talk about reports. First, as you can see, we have master data reports, execution reports, and inquiry reports. Let's start with master data. Under master data reports, you have all the BOM listing reports, as you can see here, material master MRP data. You can see the detailed report of works under listing and routing report, right? Let's go with the BOM listing, for example. Let's run it. Let's run it one more time. As you can see under this report, we can see all our BOM listing under this branch. So under manufacturing, these are all our listing, and we can see one from head office as well. You can see each of the listings quantity, their date, and you can see they're all checked under active column. That means they're active. They're all active at the moment. You can see the component numbers with the component description. You can see their units with their quantity and their storage location. I have option to export this as PDF. I can export to Excel, and I have many other options here, as you can see as well. Now let's go to execution reports. These reports are crucial for analyzing and managing your production in real time. As you can see, we have missing parts, production order analysis, capacity overview, or capacity overview detail, right? We can run this as well. For example, let's run the capacity overview. Let's add the category. The branch. Let's do manufacturing. I'm gonna select my dates. And let's run it. As you can see, these are all my capacity detail report of capacity overview under this branch with the work center. You can see the machine under this work center with their date, the capacity required, available capacity, capacity load percentage, the remaining capacity, and their units. And this same concept goes with every other work center and category as well. See, for example, the second one is this work center, and this machine is under this work center. And same concept goes with another one here, as you can see. Lastly, I want to talk about our inquiry reports. This is an integral component designed to provide you with detailed reports and insights into your production process, right? Under the inquiry reports, you have the production order heading information reports, production order component information reports, demand management reports, and lastly, we have the production order operation information reports as well. For example, let's go to demand management. Let's run this report. I'm going to choose my branch. Let's go with manufacturing. And I'm going to adjust my dates. So I'm going to adjust my from date to the beginning of this year. I'm going to leave it as raw. Let's run it. As you can see, we have one. As you can see, the branch, the material code, material description. We can see the period, the dates, and the planning date, and the total quantity. Should I run the other report? Yeah, the same thing, but instead of the raw detail, this is the pivot detail, as you can see in here. And that wraps up our overview of the system. Thank you.